Hello, welcome everybody. This is episode number 14 with Random Rants. And today's topic is.
I have no idea.
14.
That was 14.
14.
14 is the topic, yes.
What is 14 for us?
14,
Why is 14 special for us?
14 is special because it's 14th that we got married.
Aww.
Oh.
So today's topic is marriage.
Okay. No, it's okay. It's fine.
Marriage. What is your opinion about marriage?
What is my opinion about marriage?
I've never asked you this, maybe. I have. Come on.
Yeah. It's a union of two people, right? So that you have each other for the rest of your life. In your weakest moment and also in your strongest moment. You have that someone to share things with. Yeah, basic funda philosophy is that kids and everything, they become adults and they move on. But at the end of the day, you have each other, right?
Sure. Philosophy.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it philosophy? Okay.
No, it's the truth.
Okay.
I like it. That's really well put.
Thank you.
Yeah. For me, the entire concept of marriage is a completely different thing compared to people falling in love or people committing to each other. In the sense that I think marriage, I have a very, very, very negative connotation. Especially as a woman in Indian system. I cannot imagine the kind of torture just the system of marriage has done in my life. In the sense that, some people said I should change my name and make it Baroki or Bobby or something like that. And there were others who were already trying to get all my gold, or there's about ownership of property, or there are other people who are like, okay, you should cry when you leave the house. Then you're like, why are you crying? Like you don't have to give your child to somebody. No, that is not the concept. The concept is that you get two more set of parents and maybe some more siblings. That is it. It should be a union. Like, I don't know if you remember, but for our marriage, there was that thing, like, as a model piano kind of thing. It's almost started there, and I said, no, that's not how it is. I'm not.
It's not a property.
Yeah,
it's not a property. It's not a property registration or something.
Absolutely,
it's your
absolutely.
property now.
Yeah. So that's why we actually have that photo with all of us holding hands. Like now that I think of it, it's like before the start of a game. Sorry. Yeah, but that is then, like, for the woman, her entire life changes. It's dependency, financial, children, career. I'm a trailing spouse, like I'm an IIT 9-pointer who were only one of the two people who got placed at PricewaterhouseCoopers as a strategic consultant, a role I think I'm really good at, But I had to leave that just because I married some guy. In Netherlands. I had to give that up. Like, come on, have you thought about that? And there, like, I was made for the Indian market, NET qualified, IES qualified, JIPMER junior, whatever. Like, GATE, everything, every exam I have cracked. And those exams are valuable. I have spent my days, last few days, the by studying method. But I still have wasted days. Also, especially on the way during the train travels to these interview centers. Thank you, Papa and Joshua, I remember, for taking me there. Yeah, but like, there is a loss in that sense. So we shouldn't be talking about marriage anymore. It should be about the union of two people, union of two families, union of two shared interests. It shouldn't be that because you got married to me, you get 100 more plus points and I get minus 100 plus points. My parents have to earn gold and whatever, so they have to get minus 500 points and nothing on the other side. Like, that that shouldn't be the way how a marriage should be, Like, maybe spoiler alert, if you haven't seen Lust Story 2, especially the first movie, then please do not spoiler alert. Okay.
What is the spoiler alert now?
That Last Story 2.
Yeah.
First movie.
Yeah. So if you haven't seen, okay, yeah, continue. Sorry.
Yeah. If they haven't continued it, what I'm going to say might.
Yeah, that's a spoiler. Yeah, sorry.
Yeah. So there, that grandma, whatever she said. Hey Bhagwan, that is really, really true. You should take the car for a test drive, my dear woman, especially. We're not going to reveal any more information. Okay? Then what happens? Then marriage, yeah. So, and I also think it's about, in the beginning I used to think like similar people should get married. Because then they're like equal, happy, blah, 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 same. But every year, like we are almost in our 10th year, it's a bit like, no, you don't need two same people. You need people who are complementary. You need somebody who thinks, you need somebody who does, you need somebody who is a bit more grey, you need somebody a bit more white, you need somebody who's a bit more creative, somebody who's a bit more executional, long term, it's the balance actually, and it needs those poles.
The polarity, right?
But there are certain other parameters, like for example, there's also something I've noticed, like when you talk to couples, like even our friends, what series do they watch? If you have observed, the husband and the wife are watching two different sets of series. For me, the first time I thought about it was a shock, because we have only one profile. It's not even called Bobby, but again, that is my thing. It's called Storybrooke, because that's it. It is us. We watch things together. Very rarely when one of us is not in the house or something like that, then you decide on watching what you want. Or sometimes, for example, when Iya and I are sitting and you are not there, we might end up watching a lot of documentaries or Egypt or whatever, astrology. Astrology. Also astrology and history. Both these civilizations, these kind of things. Even ancient world and ancient before dinosaurs and all that. So it's not also the topic I'm talking about is actually the partnership in that marriage. So even though I'm saying marriage, that's not the actual thing. We're talking about like that.
The union of two people.
Oh, thank you. Sorry, I have this ADHD or whatever autistic brain, so
She didn't mean unda. It's not unda, but it's a union. That's what she meant. Exactly.
So I'm very visual, so sometimes I cannot get the word. I don't know why I'm seeing this, but for that female reproductive organ, for me that's like a cow's face and.
Like that. Okay.
Yeah. And I cannot unsee it. Maybe Milma influence, #Milma logo.
Milma logo. Yeah.
But it helps me in my memory. When I want to think about that, it's like, that Milma logo wala. It's easy to draw it during a biology exam or a Pictionary competition. Because that is connected to that thingy in my brain. Maybe like memory palace or I don't know, whatever. So the point is, we need those different kinds of people for a marriage to work. But there might also be places where you need to work together as the couple. I would say if you haven't done so already, try to have a profile together. At least maybe keep your profile separate, but have some kind of a profile together where you can watch shows together, discuss things together. Because, for instance, we were Marvel fans, and now we can't even watch a series without Iya also joining, because now it's become a family thing even. And that's a nice moment to have.
Yeah, it's not about compromising your individuality, it's just finding that common interest. So don't think that, no, I'm an individual, I need my profile. That's fine. I mean, what you're trying to say, have some shared interest as well.
Yeah. Basically, draw some Venn diagrams. And see where that A union B union C comes. Sorry, into mathematical. That's about marriage and partnership. But this partnership can also be in like, I don't know why I'm thinking about Pradeep. Hi Pradeep. because he was the co-curricular vice captain in that in history, and I was a co-curricular captain. And somehow when I found out Pradeep was the vice captain, I was like, who's Pradeep? I don't even know this guy. Like, it didn't click me. Once I knew who he was, the first memory I had of him was actually his LKG Pookalam. I don't know why, but I remember there was this Varela ka purple wala thingy, a butterfly made out of it. If anybody has seen this Varela banana ka, oh my god.
Banana ka? Hindi ko
Kaya. കോഴി കുളിക്കാറില്ല കോഴി ബാത്ത്
banana ka?
Sorry.
Banana
leaf purple.
क्या banana?
कोड़पन को हिंदी में और इंग्लिश में क्या बोलेंगे?
कुछ भी बनाओ अल्लाह अय्यो banana leaf पे butterfly ഉണ്ടാക്കി
അല്ലടാ, the purple part of the thingy, I think it's in the kodapan.
Kodapan, yeah.
Has that purple wala thingy.
Yeah.
It was cut into this banana, blah blah blah.
Yeah.
And it had the thingy, that mantis. Mantis wala thingy. Butterfly wala thingy nalla parana. I'm saying mantis.
That's like in a Marvel reference, but
Marvel,
okay.
Yeah. And I remembered that when in my 11th standard, when we were named captains. Because for me that was very creative. So I was already like, okay. Then this guy started singing. Oh my god, he sings so amazingly well. I think he was some national award, something winner. I don't know.
No, there's no but he sings well.
He sings well. He's
that's
a celebrity.
That's the point.
But in the beginning, I was still like doubting, is this okay? Is this collaboration okay? But later, there was a point in time the sing was so good. It was really, really good. Like I think we got we were the champions for the ICC and ISC cultural meet. So 2 trophies are here. It was just beautiful times. And I also remember there was this time, I don't know how, but we were locked in the principal's office. No, I wouldn't say locked. Like we just sat in the principal's office. Because that gave a completely different meaning. We were just sitting in the principal's office cleaning these old trophies. Because I think we started cleaning one dusty one. And then we were like, oh, then we can also clean this one. And then we went to get the sports trophy. That was even the reason why we went there. And then we started cleaning everything. Or at least that's what I remember, Pradeep. I have no clue. But that was a very nice feeling of that compatibility. Like the song, it's about Sita and Rama. Yeah, that combination, yes, great. I'm not saying it's really good. But you should also be thinking about Ram and Lakshman. They were also a thingy.
What thingy? They had a chemistry, you mean?
They also had to complement each other as brothers. One had to be like that, one had to be like this. For the entire thingy to work out. So that mixture was needed. In fact, when we start talking about inclusivity, we need that kind of thingy. Like one of it's my personal feeling. This is the feeling I'm getting from the company I'm working, at least in my current role. Like for instance, let's say there are 6 of you who are thinking of a solution A. Maybe there is a 7th person who's thinking of a solution B. And it's very easy to say, okay, majority are going for A, so let's just pick A. But if you're actually really, really smart, you should be thinking, hey, why is that person saying B? You understand? And trying to see from that person's point of view, than saying, no, A is the answer. Not even going to see. If we do that, we become inclusive, but we also become an innovative company because we are actually listening to the out-of-the-box solutions. And usually these out-of-the-box might be even coming from neurodivergent people like me. So just because you are not like the status quo, that shouldn't be your weakness, that should be your strength. And if you cannot take that up, then it is not the problem of that person.
No, it is not a problem of the person. When you put out something and somebody is not receiving it, then you should also consider that person is not capable of receiving it.
Yeah.
Is not capable of considering it.
Yeah.
So it cannot be your problem alone.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So it's also about that partnership. It's also about that click. Maybe you're not in the right place at the right time. Or maybe this is the right click. In the sense that maybe the expected outcome for the universe is quit my current job. Maybe that is the expected outcome. Meaning success is equal to expected outcome, kicked out of current job. Does that make sense? Oh my god, I'm talking in computer language. And then maybe this is exactly the right combination. This is the right combination you want. Maybe at the end, maybe at later point of time, maybe happy nut tree might get some value because I am who I am right now. Like maybe that these are all connected.
Happy Nut has value. You have a follower base in Facebook and all who value the messages you put.
1.7k.
So there are people who message you as well saying that your message has really helped me today because I was feeling like this and your message popped up. So it has value, right?
Even to me, remember there was a time when I used to schedule these posts. So let's say I will schedule a lot of posts, whatever I find, I'll just sit on stretch, schedule a lot of posts, and then I don't even touch my Facebook for the next 10 days. Yeah, so I have no clue what time what post is coming. I have no clue. I might have seen the post. Of course, I've seen the post. I've liked them, but I've collected and spread them, scheduled them. Some days maybe I'm feeling very low, and then I'll see Happy Nut Tree has shared this post, and I'm like, what? Oh, thank you. Like really.
The message resonates.
Yeah, I've shared it with you a few times. It was like crazy out of the blue. And some days it could be the opposite. Like some days maybe I'm feeling really happy, and then it's almost like there is that synchronicity, or it's almost like I planned these things. Even I could even say. But that's also the thing. Even Happy Nut Tree, I feel like, to be honest, I do not care about the followers per se. I care about my tribe. There will be people in this world who will start believing in what I'm saying. Because as I'm telling you, I am not saying anything. I have not written anything. I have not commented on any post unless I have actually experienced it myself. Okay? So whatever I'm telling is with 100% honesty in that sense. So I'm okay with the right people following, the right people subscribing to this channel, the right people informing me in their comments what they want. That is also that connection that we have been waiting for. So actually let's make this change the topic to connection more than marriage. What do you think?
Yeah, you touched on the topic. Yes, marriage is union, is partnership. So you need to connect. So the theme was touched upon anyways. You need to have the connect. The unda. So it's a connection.
Yeah. I also wanted to share maybe something a little personal from our life. There was also a time when I felt like in that relationship I was the only adult in the boat. Row your boat. I don't know why that song is coming. Sorry. Again, neurodivergent brain. And like you were literally making holes in the boat and not, how do you say, toiling and now that has really changed, and now I'm tired and I'm basically sitting in a corner and you are one-handedly like hugging me and with the other hand toiling. Again, it touches upon yesterday's topic about that character arc, the transformation. So sometimes it's also about that ebb and flow. That even astrologically, maybe it's nice that one person has an up and the other person is having a down. Then you can actually
complement
complement each other indeed. And it'll start flowing if you're actually in that sync. Come on, if women can have the dormitory syndrome, #dormitory syndrome, maybe a couple can also have some kind of mood swing. I'm just saying mood swing. It's almost like a periods kind of menstruation thingy.
No, I mean hormonal matching.
Hormone day.
Yeah, so I know
what
exactly.
we call hormone day.
Yeah,
for man
no,
also.
exactly. Clear.
Yeah. So it's also about hopefully finding the right connections, or if you think the connections are not correct than thinking that maybe universe is trying to say something or that is a message in some way. What I also want to stress on is connected to marriage and connection. Sometimes you think to be a couple, you need some kind of rules and regulations, and you're only a couple when you do this or when you do that. But I want to shatter some beliefs, like already think about things like surname, your gold, you stay with your parents, your contact with your parents. Like think about all those basic things. Your child having a surname. So if you've observed, your name is
Bobby Johnny Warocki.
My name is Sneha Rani Augustine. My mother's name and my father's name. And our daughter's name is Eleanor Anna Rose. Okay. Yeah, baby. I have one request.
Yeah.
Can you go to your room and come back in 5 minutes? We will be talking about a topic that might get a bit serious.
You're saying?
Yeah, so I was saying, like, what was I saying?
No, you're saying the surnames of the kids.
Yeah, surname of the kid.
Yeah.
So for us it was important to, but I was a bit too late, but as soon as I started seeing this, I started cutting it one by one, slowly. But it was still not good enough. But that's also something for us to be very careful about, like how is that relationship going? What does it mean to have that relationship? I think most people think it's about the pretense of being the right partner, but then I think you're really wasting your time. Like for instance, what can I say? I'm exactly who I am. What you see is exactly what I am at home. He, on the other hand,
At home, outside, there's only one side to you.
yeah,
Anywhere.
yes,
Yeah.
this is me.
Yeah. No, but in general, people have their social self and their individual self and their other self. So
Somebody else in the home,
Yeah,
somebody else
yeah.
outwardly, somebody else in the office.
everybody has a particular version that they wear, yeah? Just like the clothes. So they have a particular house clothes, outside clothes, party clothes. So everybody has their own versions of
Yeah.
themselves that they project.
Yeah, and we could be actually perceiving their friend face or colleague face or that particular interaction we are having, and we'll have no clue who they are. It could be that the people wearing the kind of sweetest, oh so nice, oh you look so whatever, those might be the coolest people on earth, or vice versa.
Or the most jealous or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
So you never know. And so in a partnership, especially married partnership, it's very important that you are who you say you are, at least to each other. Forget the world, but at least to each other you should be open about a lot of things, including the things in bed or sofa or wherever. That's another story. But also about your interests, or also about your needs. Again, reference to that grandma story about the Mount Fuji. Ladies, it's very important. So we even almost have a rule that only after Mount Fuji erupts, the rest of the eruptions can happen. In that sense. Oh, sorry. That is an awesome movie, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, the last story. Last story once, last movie. That's also a killer one. The one with the remote.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
Seven. Okay, Friends reference. So where were we? Yeah, so it's important to have that partnership that is based on value, based on expectations, based on okay, you want this, I can provide you this. What do we do with the remaining part that I cannot provide? Because I do care about you and I want you to have that extra part that I cannot provide. You understand? So all those things are also very, very important. Actually, I'm talking about ethical non-monogamy here. Can you explain?
I think it's exactly how you said it, ethical non-monogamy. So yeah.
No, most people do not understand. Or consensual non-monogamy.
Yeah, so no, yeah, so ethical non-monogamy is exactly how it says. Yeah, so it's non-monogamous but in ethical manner with consensus. Consensus? Consensual, not consensus, consensual. Yeah.
Which is consent.
Consensus is different.
Yeah. Now we are in a consensus about consensual.
Now we have
Consensus.
Now we have consensus
on consensual.
Yes. Yeah, that's good. So you're saying?
So ethical non-monogamy. It's like, you should also watch this on Netflix. It's about monogamy or polygamy.
I don't know.
Something in Sex Explained. One episode about monogamy or something. Just watch it. It's a nice one. So basically, as a species, humans are expected to do some things as a species, right? Scratching the hair. It's a tick in a primitive thingy. It's like even our whatever, like expressions, like these are sign language thingies which automatically come. And that's why a lot of mudras, a lot of meanings are always the same across whatever language dances. This is always a flower in most of the language. In Bharatanatyam, Mohiniyattam, Kuchipudi, Odisha, Odia. Oh my god. Odissi.
Odissi, okay.
Yeah, Odissi dancing, beautiful. Kea Kaur, shout out to you. Your performance today was amazing, really beautiful. I really enjoyed it. So then, what were you talking about? Consensual. So basically, if I need to touch you, or even come stand near you in your aura, I actually need permission from you. Beyond a certain point, you can't do that. I've seen people doing this during parties, like this during parties. Actually, it's an encroaching of people's personal space. Two things happen. If they really don't like it, you alienate them. But if they like it, you also get into their close friend circle, or the other person will always remember you, or so even hugging, like it's actually an encroachment to your personal space. But a lot of those things are very common these days, or taken for granted, or but it can also be very, very positive. Like actually, if you're filled with positive energy, if you hug somebody, you're literally transferring that positive energy to that person. So if I'm feeling happy, I tend to hug people because I'm like, yeah, I have a lot of energy. You can take it. Or it's like, why not? Especially if people are close enough. And most of the time, most people who are close enough to me, I always mean good for them. Like I mean well for them. Like Nanai Varte kind of thing. So if I have extra, why not? Like kind of that funda. So consensual is about you knowingly giving another person that space in your body, that freedom in your body, that attention, that time in your life, that moment together, or that inclusion into your private areas, or those kind of things. So basically, consensual is about, in sexual terms also it can be consensual, because you're talking about what is the difference between rape and not rape. There was a beautiful series on Netflix,
The Anatomy of a Scandal.
Oh, beautiful one. That's another thing to watch. So that line, it's about that consensual, right? Like you are agreeing, you are allowing. Same thing with at the level of sex. But I'm also talking about at the level of the partner. So if Bobby wants something that I don't want, and he really wants it, I can also say, hey Bobby, don't worry, you can try that thing, but with somebody else, not with me. And I allow you to do that because I love you and I want you to want you to be happy. And I don't like that, so no. But the vice versa also, it's not a guy thing or a girl thing. Like for instance, I'm being very open here, literally open here. I'm a pansexual. Maybe I have needs, maybe. But then Bobby can provide me those needs. So if I need those needs, that makes sense. I shouldn't be like restricted and put in a cage, because then it's only chopping off my wings or like making me a different person or like containing me in a box. Like that shouldn't be the case. But on the other hand, what Bobby is doing very nicely is he like dipping me in love and care and protection and action. That I don't need that need, or like I'm fulfilled, or like there's no lag, or there is no. But it's also not like if there is like we are actually in an open relationship openly, right? At least for me in my Facebook, the status is actually open, like it's been open. But the point is not that we want to be open. The point is that if there is a need to be open, who are we to restrict each other that opportunity or that need or that thingy? Especially if it's not something that you enjoy or you can provide or you want or whatever. So, because that's also a kind of love, so to say. There is so much love, but not only love, there is one more factor that is coming once again. But there's so much love that you want that person to be happy in whatever way possible. And that's actually love plus plus. I don't know how to explain. That's like too much love. And that's also too much trust. That's the next point I want to say. Because only when you have trust that your partner will be your partner can you actually let that happen. But again, it's going to be between the couple. You have to think for the couple, about the couple, what works best in this partnership. But decide for yourself what works, what doesn't work. Thoughts?
No, the thing is, so there are two people.
Or three, that's another topic.
With their own personal views and individualism, and nobody is second to anybody, right? So you both have the right to express what you like or dislike, and you both have the responsibility to accommodate or not accommodate, mostly to, or at least respect.
And there will be options to accommodate.
Or at least respect each other on every possible level. That's basically the point. Yes, marriage doesn't make anybody lesser or anybody higher than somebody. It's an equal partnership.
Yeah. So there should be two options. So it's about that compatibility, it's about that chemistry, it's about if it doesn't work for you, that's why. Like, so for example, if I expect Bobby to choreograph the next dance with me as a partner, that might not happen. For that, I might need Devika. You understand? Shout out to Devika here. So that partnerships are different. You cannot expect one person to provide all the needs. But this partner can adapt, whatever.
Adapt, not
like
adopt.
for example,
Yeah.
thank you.
Adapt,
What stupid. Okay, but for example, ASML on stage, like the way you helped, like the parking lot practices that we were having with the microphone and things like that. You made yourself useful in that situation. That is the situation we have. I'm here to support my wife 100%. What can I do here? Okay, I can do this. Let me do that. That's also a skill set. So of course it's not going to be 100% overlap, but see what you can. Try to do a lot more things where you overlap together, and try to accommodate wherever possible on the other sides.
No, it's okay. Continue.
Okay. Yeah, I love this song. Shout out. This is about Sita Kalyana Rama Kalyana. That's beautiful. Oh, the lyrics are just beautiful. And Uttara Krishna.
Yeah, she's the one who sang this.
Yeah, that's just beautiful. So, that's it. Today's video was about marriage and
Partnership.
partnership and that chemistry and that completion and that happiness and love.
And love, yeah.
So stay love and about. Take care.
Thank
Enjoy your
you.
life.
Bye.